Sharon here from Success Solutions webTV. And today we're looking at a very important chapter. It's chapter 8 of The Science of Getting Rich. Up till now, what we've been looking at is what you could say maybe even background to the really important part of The Science of Getting Rich. Well, we're halfway through the book now. We're a little bit more than halfway through. And now that we've done that background work and we've done our homework, now it's time to really get into the nitty-gritty of how to put into action the science of getting rich. I had quite a dilemma when I was looking at this chapter and thinking, okay, what was the really most important point that I wanted to get through to you? Because it really is my passion to work with people that they achieve success. But when I looked at this chapter, I thought, no, I can't. I really can't. There's nothing I really can leave out. So, and I didn't think it was appropriate to just read the chapter to you. So therefore, I felt it was really important to say to you, this is one chapter in this book that you really do have to read. It's not something that I can give you a brief synopsis for. Actually, I'd be terrified that I'd miss something too. So please read this chapter. I know that if you've followed these videos for the early part of the book and then sit down and really read this chapter and understand this chapter and put it into action, really you can't lose. The Science of Getting Rich will really mean something to you, and I know you'll be successful in what you plan to do if you follow this. One of the reasons I know this, having built up a multi-million-dollar business, I did that with a mentor. I had my first business partner who was my senior partner, and it's quite amazing. When I went through this chapter, I thought, oh my goodness, that's exactly what he did and what he taught me. So I know that the opportunity is there for you to really understand this chapter. There is, however, a very important aspect here that I would like to emphasize to you. It is so important to really know what you want. Sometimes we think we know what we want, but we don't really visualize it. We don't really understand exactly what it is we want. In Chapter 8, Wallace Wattles asks us to read the last paragraph of Chapter 6. Now, that is about a fellow who was actually a student of Wallace Wattles. So that's way back in 1910. And this fellow was a very poor chap, and he was renting a house, and it was quite a poor house. And there were two things that he decided he wanted. He wanted a mat for his best room, and he wanted a coal fire to keep him warm in winter. He followed the science of getting rich, and he achieved both of those things. And then he realised, my goodness, I should get more. So he then visualised what else did he want for his house. He ended up buying the house. So anyway, read it. It's sort of quite a nice story. But the important part here is that he knew exactly what he wanted. Now, initially, it was only a rug and heating for his house. But he could feel the warmth from the heater. He could see the rug on the floor. He knew exactly what it was. He was obviously a gentleman who could define exactly what it is that he wanted. So can you be sure what you want? Can you be sure you know exactly what it is? A good way to test whether this is really what you want is to think, is there something else that you want more than this? So really, please give that very, very serious consideration and to know exactly what you want.